studied abroad in Newcastle, Australia, and I chose to study there because I've always been fascinated with Australia. The classes that I took while I was abroad were actually a lot different. For each class there was a tutorial and a lecture. The lectures were very straightforward, while the discussions or tutorials were about 20 kids, or sometimes even less. One amazing experience I had was scuba diving in the Great Barrier Reef. Once we got out there, it was just something like you'd never see before. The ocean was completely clear. The reef was just beautiful, the different colors. I would definitely recommend studying abroad to anyone who wants to do it. It's not for everyone, but it's definitely a great experience, and anyone who wants to do it should definitely go for it.
I studied in Cyprus, which is a Greek island in the Mediterranean. I decided to study abroad because I know this day and age it's getting more and more difficult for students to obtain jobs and get into grad school. Things are getting much more competitive. So what I wanted to do was set myself aside from the rest of the crowd. So half the time I would be studying in Cyprus at that university, and the other half the time I was traveling around throughout Europe and Asia and places like that. There's a whole other world out there, and I got the opportunity to experience it. The amount of knowledge that you gain from this experience is just insurmountable. The amount you grow as a person, the things you learn both inside and outside of the classroom. I mean, the outside class endeavors and the site visits and the traveling and the sightseeing is just an absolutely incredible experience.
I was in Florence, Italy from January to May of 2008. The difference between Eastern and classes in Italy was not that big. The classes were small. There was about 20 to 25 people in each class. We had tests and exams and projects just like here. It was the same schedule, 2 days a week or 3 days a week. The good thing about taking a photography class was that we went through the hills of Tuscany and we went to Milan, and we got to take pictures of these beautiful things that most people don't get to see. I would absolutely recommend studying abroad. It opened my eyes to a lot of new possibilities and people and views on the world. And it was a great, great experience. I saw more things than most humans get to see in a lifetime.